Well, hi there, racing fans, and welcome to another edition of Winning Ways, where you just got to go on YouTube, you've got to subscribe to us, you'll be getting all our updates. We have podcasts or previews of race meetings every single day. We've got our resident expert in UK, Joe DeMotta. He's a professional punter, and he puts up some good stuff. He put up a 20-1 shot on Saturday.
Good for him.
On Sunday.
That's good.
And it
That's
won
very good
too, which most people put up a 20-1 shot. Well, so we got him. We got me doing previews of the race meetings. Every day there's something up new. We're going to be putting up all the old shows that we've done, old interviews that we've done. We're going to have them on our Facebook, our YouTube page, and you just got to, as you can see behind me, press the subscribe button, put in your email address, and press a notification button, because there's a bell there, notification bell. Then you get notified when something new goes up. And we're going to be putting up stuff.
Plenty of stuff.
Every single day there'll be new stuff up. This week we've got a great show because, as you probably all know, Dijon Steyn, who was assistant to Sean Terry for a number of years, he trained on his own. He's had Parkinson's for many years and has just got him. He was driving back from the Cape. And he had a blackout apparently, and that truck, he said he came around with trucks and cars hooting at him, and he was on this halfway off the road.
Shame.
And he can't walk now, and he's a fantastic guy, Dijon. So we've had some fantastic people come to the party, but none more so than Loving Life Stables, Jill and Morris Mostert. And when we tell you exactly what this is all about, it will bring tears to your eyes, because there are very few people in the racing industry that have done this much for one person and just given, what's the word, philanthropically?
That's exactly it.
Yeah, because this is a philanthropic gift. It's just fantastic what they've done. We'll be explaining it and telling you exactly how it goes in the latter part of the show. But until then, we better just talk about the Japanese.
Yep, the Japanese got one game left in the tournament.
Oh, don't joke. They'll go to the final.
Springboks will cut the final. They're third tier. Springboks will walk roughshod over them. I do like all the matchups, though. I think Ireland will have to raise their game, but the All Blacks have proved that they're beatable. I think France-Wales will be a humdinger. Absolutely number
France will beat Wales.
And then the Wallabies against the English will be. I'm leaning towards English. Yeah, I think the English will beat the Wallabies. So it's all to look forward to. Yeah. And it's great.
If we get through, we meet England if they win, don't we?
That's right.
Yeah. That could be fun.
That'll be fun. England, South Africa have always been great battles. But
Eddie Jones on the other side.
Yeah, Eddie Jones and also Bill Mitchell. What's his name? Mitchell?
Yeah.
Mitch?
John Mitchell.
John Mitchell, that's him. He's there. He's the backline boy. So it'll be very interesting. We'll find out how good we are. We've got the public's confidence in the country again. We're starting to do things right. And I'm expecting them to beat Japan, even though I respect them.
I would say one thing. If we kick the ball to Japan the whole time,
we're in trouble.
We've got problems.
Yeah,
and that seems to be the game plan. Kick the ball away. And you watch Japan playing Scotland. They kicked it, I think, 8 times out of hand.
Yeah.
And Scotland kicked it something like 27 times out of hand.
That's right.
So you kick it to the Japanese, they're going to run at you.
95% of the time you lost possession.
Yeah, they're going to run at you and they're going to give you a hard time. So our advice out there to the Springbok coaching staff, don't kick the damn ball away, okay?
Get them fit, because those Japanese will be coming at you.
Will run them
Make
back.
sure you got a full bench.
This is why I'm worried, because I would expect this week South Africa to be saying, well, we got an easy one against Japan, so we can have the week off. The Japanese are going to say, we got South Africa, they're going to train twice as hard this week.
I just don't think they've got the firepower. You're right, there's some fantastic players in the Japanese team. Their handling skills,
unbelievable.
The pace they play at. You've got to credit them for a second-tier team. And they won every single match so far.
Yeah.
That's an incredible record.
They beat Ireland.
Yeah, they beat Ireland, they beat Scotland.
Yeah.
So they're going to have big teams. But if you had asked me before, who would you like in the semi-final of the teams that have gone through, the quarterfinals, I would have gone with Japan.
Yeah. Okay. Soccer, there's been an
international week. England lost their first qualifier in 10 years when they were beaten 2-1. They were 1-0 up after Harry Kane scored. And I read Keane's report on the game. He was very critical of them for being lackadaisical. He said a couple of them shouldn't even have pitched up. So it's a wake-up call. They're still up there at the top.
Yeah.
But I see the Dutch keep on going. Germany are back winning again.
Yeah.
Portugal are winning. So I see the Welsh held the Croatians.
Yeah, they did.
They were World Cup finalists, the Croatians. 1-1. Gareth Bale scored.
Yeah.
So it all looks very interesting. The
Germans
soccer.
were in trouble. They got a red card.
That's right.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then they ended up winning. They won quite comfortably, but to get red cards, big
Yeah.
problem. And the red cards might be the problem with the World Cup. But let's move on to the golf. Did you watch the Italian Open?
No.
Won by an Austrian, Brent Wiesberger.
Okay.
Okay, he won the.
There's so many great golfers around the
Yeah.
planet.
And there's a guy, one in America, I've never even heard of him.
Yeah.
The first year rookie season, won the
These
Houston
guys are
Open.
coming through, and they're getting better, younger. Just look at the tennis. That 15-year-old won a major tournament.
Yeah.
And sure. And then you get a guy running a marathon in under 2 hours.
That was amazing.
Elliot.
Yeah.
Elliot the waiter.
Elliot, yeah. What is incredible is that he had 20 helpers
Yes.
in the race. Teams of 5, there were 4 of them, 5 teams of 4 or 4 teams of 5
Something
who
like
ran with him to
Yes.
break the record.
And they did it fantastically, and they let him stride out and finish. I happened to watch the last 20 minutes or so because someone phoned me up and said, watch it. And I was impressed. And as the commentators are saying, it goes into the same category of 1954 when Bannister broke the 4-minute barrier at Iffley
Yeah.
Road in Oxford. Then you had the 10-second 100-meter broken. These are major, and they're putting it up there with
And then
Edmund Hillary getting up Everest as a major achievement in human.
and then that woman broke the
Yes.
world record as well.
You know what her
King
time
Kenyan.
was?
Yeah.
2 hours 14. You know how quick that is?
Yeah.
She broke
By 1.5 minutes or something.
just over a minute. She broke
the English girls record.
Yeah, Radford. No,
Yeah, Radcliffe.
Radcliffe.
Paula
Radcliffe's record.
Radcliffe.
Paula
Yeah.
Radcliffe.
Paula
Yeah.
Radcliffe.
These
Geez,
amazing
we know,
feats.
we know our sport.
Oh, we're so
Yeah,
good, Jim.
yeah. Okay, well,
I
let's
just
move
want to ask
on.
you a question quickly.
Yeah.
In 1954,
Make it easy.
make it easy for you. In 1954, when
I was 2 years old.
to Roger Bannister. Yeah, you were flying. I wasn't born. Roger Bannister ran at Iffley Road, and he was being pushed by the American guy who'd run the first sub 4-minute mile. He broke it, and you go to Oxford at the university. They've got all the clocks and they've got everything. But people said, "Wow, this won't be broken." You know what? They're running the mile in like 3:30.
Yeah.
They've taken 30 seconds off in 60 years. Will they bring down? Will someone run 9 seconds one day for 100 meters?
Yeah, exactly.
You think so?
I reckon Usain Bolt could have run way faster than he ran. I think that he just cruised.
Well,
he just
possibly.
looked at breaking world records whenever he felt like it. But let's talk about something that we really know about, and that's horses. So we're going to have a look at a couple that we think that you should be putting in your black book. Let's see what we've got to follow. Here we go. This is Turfentine.
Yeah,
And
in the
this is
white.
the inside track. And this was the most amazing win because Ferrari is...
In white, dropping back on the fence, Jim.
that's it. And
Yeah.
what's going up front?
That's the horse that I thought was a good thing, and it's Pierre Stratum riding for Sean Terry. It's a horse called Cosmic Ray. And it had Thunder Keeler to beat and a couple of others, and they're all keeping an eye on Stratum. And Stratum from the front is the master, but the horse that we found, Ferrari, is third last in that photo, Jim.
Yeah, it's in the check cap.
Your check cap, your
Pink and white
That's
check.
it, yeah.
Cap on the fence. Now, as you see this race unfold, straight at cantering in front on beautifully bred
Cosmic
Cosmic Ray. And they're starting to throw out some challenges. A couple of others look like they're going to make a race of it. We've got Emerald Crest. We've got a couple of them looking like Stormy Weathers, Bellevue, all starting to get in the race. But here this thing comes on the outside. It's just come into picture on the right-hand side
Look
of
at
the
this.
screen.
Look at this stride, Jim.
Low
Look at this
flying.
flying action.
And now Stratum suddenly realised, whoa, I've got nothing to come. How did this get up and win?
Had to beat it. Jason Gates riding it.
For Erico Verdenese.
Erica Vernice.
And
This haven't seen a finish like this for a long time, Jim.
No, Karari had made up 6 lengths in the last 200 metres.
Correct.
Karari out of a Mutterfalm there, that looks like a very good mating as well. A lot of speed, bred by our friends the Meekers, Royal Albatross.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Lovely.
so fantastic for them. The Meekers bred it. Van Maynard owns it. He's a very good client of Erica's and given Erica a lease of life, and he deserves to get a lot of good horses. So
He's
well
got a
done
good
to
one
them.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like a very good filly.
Yeah.
She quickened up nicely. I put her into all your play. We go to the Vaal on Thursday, and they go 1,000 meters. Michael Azzi, he knows how to train them, and especially sprinters. And he needed to have a winner to pay for the wedding on
Wedding,
Yeah.
His son got married to
we've
Mark
got a
Miller's
picture of the
daughter.
wedding.
We've got a picture of them getting married.
Is that so?
Two racing people.
Yeah, when are we going to show that picture?
Well, we'll leave it to our group
Okay,
there.
well, we'll show it
the
later.
Confederacy of Dunces. We'll shoot it up just now.
Okay.
And
There it is in the background.
There we
you
go. Now, here we go.
Okay,
Before we talk about this horse, there's the horse whisperer in the background.
Yeah, who's he?
But there we Milan, yeah, Milan de Domini.
Yeah.
But don't
Did he
they look,
marry them?
No, not
Would
a
have been
guy.
cheaper. Should have got him to
Yeah,
marry.
no, they got a relative. But if put the photo back up, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we got
And,
that's.
there we go.
Adam and Kelly.
Adam and Kelly. That's Michael's training partner, Adam, one of the twin brothers, and Michael Miller's daughter. So the two Michaels.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's hope they have a wonderful life.
You
and,
love weddings, don't you?
I love weddings,
Yeah.
but people look at their best.
Yeah. That's
They look. How radiant does she look? How
Yeah,
good
she
does he?
looks
He
lovely.
is so chuffed in that photo.
yeah. Good for him.
He should have brushed his hair though. But you know, how beautiful does the girl look? You know, it's fantastic. That's just a fantastic photo, and we wish them all the best. That's a racing wedding.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And I know Michael needed this horse to win to pay for the wedding.
Wedding, yeah.
And Mike Miller pulled off the move the other day, so
yeah.
he paid for the wedding. So he paid his half. But who paid the most of those two?
I'm tipping Azzy because he's ostentatious, Mark Azzy. So I really think, and friends of mine were at the wedding said it was absolutely fantastic. Not a beat was missed. Really,
Yeah.
well done to all of them.
In the Midlands.
Yeah, in the Midlands, yeah.
So the Azzies are moving closer to Natal
Yeah.
in the Midlands.
Have
The Millers didn't have to
out.
move that far out.
Yeah.
It's fun, this, and it could be the joining together the two dynasties in
Yeah.
KwaZulu-Natal and Joburg. We
The
could
two
have
Marks.
the Azzy Miller Racing
Yeah,
Partnership.
it could be one day the Azzy Miller. Yeah.
Could you imagine? Okay. Right. Well, this horse is called Rock the Kasvar, and a run second by VAR out of Mike Kazi, bred by Team Valor. I'm glad to see they're still racing. I know that Barry
White
White
Shoes.
said no chance, no, not staying here any longer.
Yeah,
but
well,
he's got a nice one here. Let's go and pick it up at the start.
yeah, this run's a very good race, and it's just beaten by a smart sort. There's tremendous speed on quickly, Live by Night and Great Pretender. Really get out there and go for it. And this horse is called Rock the Kasvar, and that's just off them showing speed. The winner is for Sean Terry.
Behind also the red and white colours.
Yeah, behind the Paul Peters horse.
Yeah.
And the winners alongside it, you can see in Chris Finneycook's colours. And it turns out to be a good race between the three we've mentioned.
Well, yeah, because this horse hasn't had a run, and it shows you what a run does, because Precious Stone just gets away at the right time, and Rock the Kasvar is here, he just green,
Yeah.
Here Precious Stone just quickens up, but when he gets going, young Kamalo, this horse runs on really well.
Yeah.
And Samanga is riding very well at the moment. He looks like he's got his mojo back. He looks like he wants to do it.
Yeah.
And he's riding winners all over the place.
Very good run.
Yeah, very good run indeed. That's one you definitely put in your notebook. I think that you've got to have a look at that. Right, we're going to move on, and we've got to pick out our friend Paul Lafferty's horses when they look like they've got some ability. We picked out a couple which have won for us in the past, and we're going to go with this one. Greyville yesterday, Sunday, 1,200 meters. It had a barrier trial, and I thought the barrier trial was exceptional. Fell
Very
out
good.
the pins.
Fell out the pins
and
again.
ran on really well.
Yeah.
She fell out the pins again. Is
Again, that's
of
the funny
concern?
thing, Jim. She's been back, and she's flown out, and she's relaxed. And just Kennedy said she threw her head up and lost 5 lengths, and that was the end of her run. But
Well,
she's
wasn't
beautifully
quite
bred
the-
filly.
Wasn't quite the end of her run. I know she's by a Smart Missile out of Costa del Lago, man.
Beautifully
Yeah.
bred filly, beautiful filly.
Yeah, and she's obviously got ability, because she showed in the barrier trial she could run.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, she showed here that she could run. Just get her to jump, she'll be very good. Let's go and pick her up at the start.
Yeah, she's in show in Jerry's colours, him and Brian Riley are there. Where she walks out, because the adventure winner's slow as well, in the blue cap of Marshes. And you can see Marshes' colours, and we're 3, 4, 5 lengths behind it, second last. And the pace is on, Jim, so it helped us catch up a little bit in the race, Glittering Gold's going quickly, Fort Royal's going well, The eventual winner is, as we say, Gwendolyn and Marsh's colours. But we're second last in the colours of Sherwin-Geria.
Yeah, well, at this stage, it looked like a very competitive race, and looks like, well, you got very little chance here. There was a tailwind, and you can see the horse in the blue cap wins it, and you're following it now into the straight, but you've still got 3 or 4 to make up on it, and it gets the run on you. So that goes now straight down the middle. Warren Kennedy comes out to go past the tiring Glitter and Gold.
This is where he said, James, he said to me, she's so good. She runs out, then she tries to duck him behind the 4th horse. He was very impressed with this filly, and Marsh's horse has gone on to win, but she was only beaten 1.4, so it was a very good run.
Yeah, well, the filly that just beat you on your inside, Another Secret, I know they think highly of her, and she turned into the straight second, so you made up quite a lot of ground on her.
Yeah,
I would think that's a pretty good run, and it looks like she by Smart Missile. She should sprint.
He should. He was a very fast horse, but the Smart Missile is doing exceptionally well. Exceptionally well in Australia.
Yeah, well, bought on Magic Millions. Which sale did you buy? Right?
Yeah, I bought on the Magic Millions.
Was that the June
sure,
sale?
Good one. It might have been the June.
Adelaide?
Good question. Good question. I only buy 1 or 2 at a time, and you know when you bought Shareholder, her, you know, I've been lucky from getting a couple there.
No, there's no doubt. Well, Magic Millions are having their big.
That's right.
Yeah,
they've got so many. I was just seeing a report by Barry Bowditch, you know, the CEO, and Barry was saying there's a lot of out-of-towners coming in. There's very good horses going up. It's like a breeze-up sale, I think, Jim.
Yeah, that's what they call it. The Magic Millions breeze-up. It starts this evening at about, and I think Andy Williams is there. So if you need any help, Andy Williams,
there's Andy Millions there.
You can get hold of any of them.
Yeah.
They're there, and it should be a very good sale. And you've seen them gallop. They're all in the pedigrees, all there, and everything's galloped. It's good fun.
Yeah.
Right, what are we moving to now? We got a bit of news to get into, and the first bit of news is obviously Pinatubo.
Yeah, Jim, 6 for 6 now.
Yeah.
Very good. Shamadol. You know, I was looking it up and I might have got it wrong. Shamadol, I didn't realize Shamadol was that good a horse, because I think it ran on the dirt or the poly and didn't run well. They put it on the turf and never lost again. Winning the Guineas, the Cape Guineas, the French Guineas, the French Derby, and all these big races. Shamadol was never headed on the turf.
Yeah.
From 5 furlong to 10 furlong or something. Shamadol was a superstar, and Shamadol has 3 big horses now, mainly for, of course, Godolphin. But this is a good one.
You're moving around a lot in your chair. Have you got ants in your pants?
No, I've got bad knees.
Bad knees?
Bad knees,
But you're not standing.
But I have to keep moving them. You know what I'm going to do, James, I'm going to pop down to the spa.
Yeah.
You know, the local spa, walk around there. It's cool, you know, I can do up and down the rows, and that I think get my knees right. You go down to the spa?
Yeah, you could pick up something there.
Yeah, that's true.
You could pick up a problem.
Can't pick up my legs well.
Avondale Spa, it's a beautiful place.
So tell me about Pinatubo. What do you think of it, Jim?
Well,
6 for 6. Dewhurst, 1400.
You know, they've got the other one.
There's that Earth something.
Earthlight,
yeah.
And then
there's a third one.
There's 3 of them.
3 big horses. 3 big horses.
3 big horses that Godolphin have got for next year. I like this horse. I think that he's game. He's got beautiful action.
He's a very good horse.
He didn't like the ground, but
no. And Jim, when he won his last, I think it was a Group 1 over a mile, if I'm not wrong. He trotted up.
Yeah.
So he's a very smart horse, and he took on. Aidan O'Brien came into town saying, let's test this Godolphin horse.
The 2 that ran 2nd and 3rd of Aidan O'Brien's were by No Nay Never. Okay.
No Nay Never, no more.
Yeah, both of them were by No Nay Never.
Yes.
Okay. And I think the horse that ran 2nd might be the Derby horse.
Very nice. What's it called? Arizona.
Yeah. He looked to me like a real staying type. He got beaten for speed at the death, but geez, he's got a galloper. He's got good action. So we got this race. Let's go and pick him up at the start and see.
Wichita,
it was on Friday, I think, at Newmarket. Watched it, was fabulous.
Saturday
at Newmarket.
4:30
Great race.
time. Yeah, 4:31.
So let's go and pick him up at off our feed, Teletrack feed.
Well, I thought there might be commentary, but if you want looking for Pinatubo, it's the Godolphin Blue, 2 off the left.
No commentary.
Okay, that's your department, Jim.
Okay.
But going off the front there is Arizona, and with it is Wichita, which is Ryan Moore. Those are the two dangers. There's one or two others who've got chances, and some good horses in this race. But covered up all the time was Pinatuba.
Well,
Joint
look
second
at
last.
the horse in front, and that's Arizona. And you think to yourself, going through the 400, maybe we've got some volume.
We might have some commentary for
Move
the
down with just over 4 furlongs to go. Dark blue jacket of Arizona heads the field here. On the right in silver is Ifraz, purple cap of Wichita with him, the green colours of Monarch of Egypt, blue and white of Mystery Power, the blue of Pinatubo right in behind him, then Year of the Tiger. Positive is next down, Royal Commando on the extreme left as they head then down past the bushes to the 2 furlong marker, and still in front Arizona to Wichita on the right, the green colours there of Monarch of Egypt. Pinatubo moving through to launch his challenge now as they head down to the dip. Arizona in front, Pinatubo comes to challenge him now behind those Wichita, and then comes Monarch of Egypt into the closing stages. The dark blue Arizona, the royal blue Pinatubo, who's in front of him now. 6 from 6. Pinatubo wins by a couple. Arizona in second, Wichita behind those, and Year of the Tiger in fourth.
Well, there you go. But second, third, fourth, fifth, Aidan
O'Brien,
O'Brien. He
yeah.
bought the team.
He brought the
rallied
artillery,
team,
yeah. He
And I
brought-
think that Heffernan was there to ensure a good pace for Wichita.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Moore obviously gets a stable choice, but I think you'll find that the best of this lot will be
Arizona.
Arizona.
What a
Yeah.
galloper.
Yeah,
What a
great galloper. But this horse is a fabulous horse, this
Yeah,
Pinatubo.
Pinatubo, yeah.
Well done to Charlie Appleby, William Buick, our man who shoes them,
Yeah, Derek Popard.
Derek Popard. He puts the shoes on every single one of these horses, our man in England.
He
and
shot a
in
couple of
Dubai.
big ones. Eh?
He done well. You know, talking about big ones that he shot the Derby winner Massar.
That's right. That's right.
And he took us to the stables in Dubai to go and see Massar. He's obviously had problems and hasn't raced again. And the news is that he's going to stud at Dalham Hall, which is the home of the Godolphin operation. And also going to stud at Dalham Hall is Too Darn Hot, which is Lloyd Webber's horse,
Yeah.
you know.
Very
led
good.
by Watership Down Stud.
I went to Dalham Hall, Jim.
A beautiful
I
place.
went beautiful. I remember the 4
Did
big
you,
paddocks.
did you have a stallion day there, or did you just go
No,
to
I just
private
went
day?
out of was just made an appointment. I went and saw Dancing Brave, and next to him was Topville. I remember those are the two that went. So I've never realised what an overbite Dancing Brave had, with the teeth all over the place, but 2-3 inch overbite. Amazing,
Yeah.
Dancing Brave.
Did he have
I
a
saw-
go at you? Did he get you?
No, he was laid down
Lovely
by
horse,
then.
wasn't
He
he?
was, yeah,
Lovely
he-
horse.
lovely
Yeah.
horse, champion.
Yeah, absolute champion. Same day that the same meeting on the Friday, they ran the Fillies Mile, which is a Group 1, and that was won by Quadrilateral, who's a daughter of Frankel.
Yes, yeah, Frankel's flying.
You know, out of a mizzen mast mare, she's owned by the Aga Khan, and which you'd expect, and she's obviously very good as well. They think a lot of her
Yeah,
too.
yes.
And while this is all on, you've got the sales going on
Yes.
at Tattersall's.
I know De Cox, Herbert Mulholland's been up there, Johan Mulherver.
Yeah.
Charlie Pigram from Spurs went up and drove up, went to go and see him, you know, and have a
Oh,
chat
did
to
he?
him. Yeah, they actually, I think they're mainly buying for Mary, I might be wrong, but they're all being shipped to Charlie's mate who's spelling them all at the moment.
Oh,
so,
good.
So Charlie went and saw his mate, he went and saw Herbert.
Yeah.
And Mark was back here. Obviously, Mark had to saddle him up because his son was at the Azzy wedding.
Oh, was he? Was
Yeah.
the son one of the Page boys?
I don't know if he's a
Matthew.
page boy, but they're big mates.
Ah.
They're big mates. So they're the
Or
new
maybe
young
that's a new
Turks.
dynasty, you know.
Yeah, the new young Turks coming
yeah,
through.
Yeah. There's,
So
there's a whole lot of siblings hanging around
Hanging
there that
around,
anyone
yeah.
could get involved with, you know.
That's
I think
right.
Matthew's going to find himself an Australian Sheila, though.
No, he's had a girlfriend for years. He's happy
Yeah.
with his girlfriend.
Yeah, but he's moved to Australia. You never know what he'll find there.
His girlfriend will go with him.
Anyway, 3.6 million for a Debawi,
Yeah.
3.1 million for a Frankel, half brother to Golden Horn, Derby winner.
James, the Dubawi, is that the one that's out of the mother of Barney Roy?
That's right. the
Yeah,
half brother to
Celebration.
Barney
He was
Roy.
a top toy. Hannon's trained him.
Yeah.
He was an Celebration. And what's this with Animal Kingdom moving?
Animal Kingdom's going to Japan. Okay, that's Team Valor. They were involved with him. But Dali, Japan Dali, he's had 12 black type winners, Animal Kingdom, so he hasn't done badly. And he's certainly, a horse that might suit the Japanese very, very well. He's a complete outcross, that's for sure, wherever he goes. Got an obscure pedigree. He's by a Brazilian stallion, Ledesser Mix.
That's right, yeah. He's a very good racehorse.
Yeah, very good
racehorse, yeah.
Right, we're going to move on and chat to you about the big news, or the good news as far as Dijon Stain's concerned, and fantastic news from Marius and Jill Mostert. Yeah. Unfortunately, they were meant to come in this morning. And
Jillie's not well. Jill, maybe we can get her next week just to sort of close the deal, but Marius and Jill have got the Loving Life spelling farm, which is the most beautiful place you'll ever go and see. It's really, Marius hasn't spared anything to get it right, and Jillie loves it. Jillie runs the setup. I spell all my horses there, all my adjustments done at that place. And Marius has come at the game, he's bought horses with Jillie, and they have a lot of fun, and they're wonderful people. And I remember the one day Gary Richard, a winner for him, and Marius on air gave him the whole check,
It's absolutely unbelievable philanthropic
wonderful
gestures,
man, wonderful.
And what they've done now is basically Dijon Stain, as we were telling you, has got Parkinson's and can't get around anymore. He can't even move around. So he's basically stuck at home, and he's got no form of income. And there are a couple of pictures of Dijon, which we'll get on the screen while we're talking here. And, Dijon battled his way around. I remember when he was with Sean Terry at Summerfeld, not really able to move, but and in pain.
A lovely man.
A great guy.
And knew his horses, and ably assisted by either his wife or girlfriend, who was always there. I didn't know.
I'm sure we got more pictures of him. Maybe they'll.
There he is.
We'll just keep running our pictures. We got a whole team of them. Yeah. And so he was driving back from Cape Town, Dijon tells me, and he had a blackout or whatever, and he found himself in the middle of the road with trucks and cars and everything hooting. Couldn't move. Couldn't get out of it. They had to come and collect him, and he's not in great health. And the Mosterts heard about this, and this is what is so fantastic. And they bought this filly at the 2-year-olds at the yearling sale, CTS yearling sale in Cape Town.
Yes.
Now, they bought the Master of the My Fate filly for themselves. They paid 100,000 rand for it. Okay, so with the VAT it's 115,000. They've kept it up till now.
Yes.
And they've said, we will give whatever money we get for this filly. She was, for those of you that want to know, we got the pedigree up, but it's not very clear, and that's a problem. But it's by Master of My Fate, out of an Exceed and Excel mare. Plenty of black type in the third dam. There's a first foal. She won 2, the Exceed and Excel mare. Her name was Topless. So this filly is called Second Beach, which I think is a great name.
Second Beach,
So the deal is, and we'll put up a few pictures because you can't see the pedigree there well, but she was lot 205 at the Cape Thoroughbred Sales this year.
CTS, wasn't it?
CTS, Cape Thoroughbred Sales, CTS, is that what it stands for? Cape Thoroughbred Sales,
Okay, thank you.
And as you can see, she's a very, very nice filly. And Candice Marnovic went up and took these pictures for us, and thank you to Candice. She is so accommodating, it's unbelievable.
Candice is brilliant.
This looks like I wouldn't mind having a filly like this.
You want to buy a Master of Our Fate, had it July 3rd.
I don't know why we haven't got the telephone number on the screen. We asked him to put the telephone number on the screen.
There we go.
There's the telephone number.
Yeah, there's Jillie.
So now that's Jill Mostert's telephone number. Now how this works is it's quite fun. We're going to have a running blind auction on this filly, okay? So, whatever she makes this filly, it doesn't matter if she makes 100 or 150 or 200,000 rand, that will go, the whole lot will go to Dijon Stain. They've given the proceeds of selling a horse they bought for themselves to race to Dijon Stain. And I mean, I've never heard anything like it. More importantly, they've said that they challenge anyone out there to do the same type of thing on Winning Ways and come up next week with a horse or something that you've bred, that you're prepared to put up for auction. What happens with the auction, Laff, and this is what people must understand. Jill Mostert will take your call, she'll take your bid. Okay?
Yes.
it's got to be higher than the previous bid that she's had.
Obviously, you can't go lower.
So she'll take your bid, take your name, take your details, and that will carry on for a week until next Tuesday night. Okay? Next Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the evening, it's finished. Whoever's got the highest bid then, the money will go directly to a fund for Dijon Stain, and they will look after Dijon. Okay?
Yeah, and just a point to bring in here, James. If there is anybody else there who wants to assist him, please, you don't have to put a horse up. This is just a wonderful gesture by Love Enough, but if you want to contribute financially or in any way, it'll be greatly appreciated for a great man.
Okay, well, that's their challenge is to anyone out there to actually put up a horse like
put up
this
a horse.
on our site. Now, how are we going to run it, okay, is we've always keep telling you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. What we're going to do is every night at 10 o'clock, Jelly Mostert will give us the highest bid.
Highest bidder.
And we will publish the highest bid on our YouTube channel, Winning Ways YouTube channel, with a picture of the horse or whatever, so that you know the next day you can go in and have a bid at a higher price.
So Jim, if Gillies Farn and Morris come in next Monday, they will give us an update on who's leading, basically.
Exactly, and how it's been going and the type of interest that they've had. And we're going to put it on our YouTube channel, we're going to put it on our Facebook page, and we're going to put it on our Twitter feed.
Fantastic.
So every single night at 10 o'clock, you will get the update as to whose bid or what bid is leading. We can't tell you whose bid is leading, but we'll tell you what bid is leading because it's a silent auction.
And you'll always find out whoever owns the winner races.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great fun, and I think it's just.
I think it's a wonderful idea, but the bottom line is the act of generosity is fantastic.
Well, the point is now we need support. Okay.
Yes.
You know, it's wonderful for them to put it up, but you don't want to put up a 100 grand horse that you spent 150, 160, 170 getting it to this stage, and find you bid 50 grand for the horse. You know, that's not fair.
You're getting a racehorse. You're buying a racehorse.
And it's ready-made.
It's ready-made.
Yeah.
It's by Master of My Fate.
Yeah.
You know?
Out of it cost a Lager Mare. Anyway, lot 205, if you want to go to the catalogue page at the CTS
Cape Thoroughbred sales.
Cape CTS sale in January. So it was on their select sale. It was bred by Narrow Creek Stud. That's
Everett.
Our man James Everett.
John
Everett.
James
Everett's the other
James
guy.
Everett's Hollywood Vets.
There's a lot of Everetts around, you know. Anyway, John bred it, and you've seen the pictures of it. It's really a very, very fetching filly, and I'm thrilled that we can be involved in this type of thing. That's a nicely balanced filly. Good short cannons. There's a lot to like about it.
A lot to like about it. And as people can buy a horse that's ready to go in and race.
076 039 0563. Call Jill Mostert and put in your bid, and she'll tell you what the last bid is, and you can go higher than that, and just let's get it going. Let's make some money for this.
That's right. Let's look after one of our own.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the big news for this week, and we hope you've enjoyed the show, and we'll look forward to bringing you, as I said, you've got to click and subscribe to our channel. You've got to press the bell so that you get the notifications, and every single day you can get a preview of the race meeting that's being run that day.
And all the news from this.
And all the news and past interviews. We're going to start putting up a past interview per day. Archives, that we've had. We sort of start with Jeff Lloyd's too, and they're going to go up, and then we're going to go from there. I've got a whole list of them, and we're going to go way back. So we've got interviews back from 2011, 2012. They're going to be fun. Enjoy the rest of your week, and remember, click and subscribe to our Winning Ways YouTube channel. Winning Ways Show, that's where you'll find us. And thank you for your time, and hope you have a great week's racing.